You seem sad, Gunnar.
I am. Sven was a good friend to me over the years.
Was?
Oh no, Eivor. You've been away. Sorry to say.
No.
Taking it hard, very hard. You ought to go and have a word with her. Anyhow, you probably need some.
May I see your...
All my pieces are good, but that one's very good. There, better than before. You are looking... Fight well, Eivor.
Good to see you.
What do you have today?
Thank you for your patronage.
Have you got a contract?
Another day, another... There will be contracts.
I must be on my...
See you later. Hi, Eivor. Oh. Always nice.
I'm off. Be well, friend.
So long. Farewell.
Hey there! How are you? Rowan, Holger.
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting.
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished. Ha! Rot disappointed.
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment.
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine. A Philly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools. Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude. You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgefu's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rob. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy, and you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom. To make use of rare resources to compose. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleed.
Rowan?
As I was saying, This morning, in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed to make a perfect brush. I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafu's tail to the rump without...
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan.
Quiet, both of you. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this...
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here. Return to your homes and pick...
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in some ways you helped in its creation.
Absolutely not.
Oh, hello, Eivor. That Holger, he is quite...
I almost envy him.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you...
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon. Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Ealdorman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Sven passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
Yes, I'd heard. The poor man. I wish I could have spent more time with him before the end.
I think we all wish that.
Looks like something is happening near Volker's hut. Perhaps I should take a look.
Good day to you, Eivor.
Keep this. It serves your cause better than it does.
Ah, good. I hope this one did not give you too much. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this. Thank you.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
You are the only father.
Toby,
Eivor, it's Sven. He passed while I was away.
Toby, I'm sorry I wasn't there.
No one was. We had planned to brand Tekla's barrels that morning, and we talked about what we might have for supper. And when I went to collect him, he was in his bed, sleeping, I thought. But he was already gone.
I'm sure he went in peace.
But he went with plans. Things he wanted to do, things he...
What stories do...
When we tell stories, the old and wise, Sven, what? I wasn't ready. Everyone looks at me like they don't...
Life may ask more of us. I was not prepared to lose my parents.
That must have...
Someone else might have done better than me. I know Sven believed in you.
He was the most skilled artist I have ever known.
And he chose you. You may step up.
Thank you, Eivor. I need to get home.
Be strong, Toby. And know you are valued.
Eivor! I can hardly believe it's you. The one fated to save my people.
That woman seems to know me.
Oh, it's you! Valka said we would meet, but I can hardly believe the great Eivor is fated to save my little Isle of Skye.
Who are you?
Ahead of yourself as always, Edith. Eivor. Edith is an old friend and a seer. She contacted me for advice. Her people are plagued by nightmares.
I wasn't aware people settle on the Isle of Skye.
There are small settlements, but it is a place of passage for many. Until now, I've mostly been deciphering if my cousin's feasting on feathers in her dreams means she should marry a farmer or a...
You lost me again.
Edith needs your help. And it's not just her people being affected. As someone deeply in tune with the spirit realm, I have also begun to lose sleep. I fear it may spread to our settlement soon.
I will investigate. But it is not as if I have experience chasing away...
There is more. You're not going to like this, Eivor. But I believe somehow Randvi is involved.
Volka, you know I trust your wisdom, but Randvi is my friend. How could she threaten the...
Ever since the nightmare started here, I began asking the spirits for... Though it was cloudy, I know what I saw. You will find Randvi amidst a scene of death on the Isle of Skye. The two of you will fight before you are forced to part ways.
That just can't be true.
Believing is your choice. The only way to... I must tend to my duties, but Edith can take you when you are ready.
So, are you ready? My people can't go without sleep any longer.
I'll find out what's plaguing your people. Whatever or whomever it may be.
we are. The Isle of Skye. Beautiful, isn't it?
Any idea where I should go first?
Investigate Kilter Raglan first. It's where complaints of nightmares began. My hut is there too, if you need to find me.
Show me what lies ahead.
But an eagle!
Are you all right? I'm here too.
An eagle! An eagle will bring ruin to us all! I saw it in a dream! I
won't get much from him. The nightmares certainly... The other side must be barred. Is everything all right? You seem...
Find the warrior woman with the braid. She is our undoing.
A warrior with a braid? That can't be Randvi.
At a church northwest of town. That's all I saw in my dream. Can you please leave before my wedding? Dreams of my ex.
Det laat mig svälten hungrig. Help mig vatten, ich bitte.
Oh, det är schön!
You! What can you tell me about the nightmares everyone is having?
Tell you? Tell you? I don't need to tell you about them. They will come for you soon enough. These nightmares spread like a plague, worse than a plague, sickening your...
stronger already. Eat it. There you are.
Something you need?
I was considering going back to England.
Really? The nightmares are still...
You're right.
En sjójan asten on Platon on earth dwellers in tremble on. Jon kjære væren fra den olla og den munnen. Og ro. I den sjalve og vunja. Og vel og dun. Hello there. Leaving already?
I'm on. Go! Strange. Valka did say her vision was cloudy. Was she seeing non-dreams or a graveyard? Or as Valka put it, a scene of... Volko's right. Brandry!
Cassandra. And you are?
Your opponent.
So is this Randvi good with an axe?
She is. Much better than you.
Ah, I prefer a spear. You favor other weapons too. Where'd you get that blade?
You talk too much!
Looks like there are some things to talk about.
Fine. If we must.
So, opponent, do you have a name?
Eivor, I take it you're one of the hidden ones.
Not exactly. But I admire their work.
If you're not going to talk straight, let's go back to fighting.
I'm not a hidden one, but I have friends that are. And often my goals align with theirs. I assume the same is true for you.
Yes. I've made friends with the hidden ones, and I agree with their goals.
And perhaps we might have more in common than we thought.
You haven't told me why you're here, after coming all the way from... where?
I've traveled so much, it's been a long time since I've been from somewhere. But the Greek world was my home. Long ago. I came here looking for an ancient artifact that's causing this island a great deal of trouble.
You mean the nightmares? Asia told me that the person I'd find amidst death on this island was causing them.
The same one that mistook me for someone named Randvi? Maybe your seer is having an off day.
You're telling me you're not responsible for all these bodies?
I watched these people tear each other apart out of madness and lack of sleep. It's the artifact I'm looking for causing all this. Normally I'd be quick to track it down, but this fog is making things... difficult. Almost impossible.
If you're so easily blocked by a curse, how do you expect to deal with the realm of spirits and dreams?
Curse? Huh. You know the secrets of this land well, then.
Do you hear something?
No, no. Listen. Something tells me we should work together.
And what exactly is telling you that?
The obvious. You want to stop the nightmares, and I want the artifact causing them. Help me get rid of this fog so we can find it.
After such a strange encounter, I'm really meant to believe you're not causing the nightmares.
I swear to you, I am here to stop them.
We can work together. For now.
Hey, come here!
Of course. Here. You're quite strong.
You should know. I had you cornered in that fight just moments ago.
And an even stronger ego to match. Not surprising. What an interesting church. In all my travels, I've never seen one quite like this.
Are you here to see the sights, or get rid of this fog?
I have to take in what I can. It's not as if I plan to stay long.
That's better.
Nice work. The curse is lifting. It'll be much easier to find the artifact now. Glad I let you tag along to help.
I did most of the work. You're getting on my nerves.